and the Super Grom coming through. Look at this out the back.
Jeff Hubbard taking off. Oh, wow. He's looking for a little pit.
Little style stall right there.
Oh, how did he
Oh
do that?
my.
Oh, my God. He's a little bit of a freak
This
show, isn't
guy is a freak of nature.
he? He is.
Jeff Hubbard in the red jersey out there. Currently Heat 16, round number 3. He's out there along with Mark McCarthy from South
Oh.
Africa in the white jersey. Another look. Reflex replay.
Nice bottom turn. Clean little barrel. Looking for a flip out.
Look at
And
that.
he does it perfectly. Nicely executed. Perfect smooth transition between rails there. And coming at it with a stylish little reverse as well. Great stuff, guys. Great stuff.
This Heat out here in the water right now. Heat 16, unbelievable. We have Jeff Hubbard in red, Mark McCarthy in white, and in blue we have Mitch Rawlins. Ladies and gentlemen, this Heat is beyond stacked. All of these guys, unbelievable skills out in the water, especially here at the box.
Amazing, amazing. All these guys are so talented in their own select ways. Like, I mean, everyone is so good and dynamic when it comes down to it. Like, everyone's capable of getting a win, not just in this heat, but in the event. And it's going to be really exciting to see all their different varieties of wave riding coming into this one heat. So, yeah, it's great. But, like, we just saw Jeff with a quick little exchange getting a nice little barrel to flip, which is a pretty good start to a heat. He's a smart guy trying
Look
to
at
get that
this.
under his belt.
Look at
Here we
this,
got
Mark
yellow.
McCarthy dropping
White,
in.
sorry.
Oh, a nice cover up right here, slotted into the pit, and he comes out with a roll. Nice wave riding skills right there from Mark McCarthy, the South African,
Oh, the booty.
getting his first wave on his scorecard and a solid one. Look at this one, Jeff Hubbard.
Right behind, looking for a nice flip section. He's going to go for it. Well done. See, Jeff's a really smart competitor getting that. He's got 2 scoring waves already. And
Two
the heat
solid
hasn't
scoring waves.
2 solid scoring waves before the heat's even started. And now he can just use that as his foundations for the rest of the heat to build his nice little palace with golden little things at the top.
So waiting for his first stab at the heat is Mitch Rawlins. But let's take another look on the reflex replay of Mark McCarthy's last wave.
Great bottom
at
turn,
that.
nice and clean. Nice hollow pit and a good roll out too. That's a really nice wave. That's a really nice wave. The fact that it's a set wave too is scored quite highly. It
The
definitely-
box is so round and top to bottom. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's definitely got these 2 little ledges. It's got one that kind of barrels. Oh, look at that. Isn't he good?
Jeff Hubbard in the red jersey demonstrating his skills and why he is, one of the top players in the sport of bodyboarding.
Yeah.
We got a little bit of lull right now in the action. We'll be back right after this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome. This is the 2012 IBA Box Pro brought to you by our friends Reflex Wetsuits, Freedom Fins, Bodyboard King, Slicks and Decks, Riptide, and our media partners YouTube and IINet. My name is Mandy V here with Ben Player giving you the live feed from Margaret River here on the west coast of Australia.
Yeah, mate. Good Aussie accent. That's really good.
Yeah, right.
Oh, here we go. We got
at this,
Bruce having
taking a
paddle,
look.
Mitch Rawlins going for a nice little drive down. Look at that thing sucking out. It's got
Uh-oh.
a nice section. He's going to go for a boost.
Nice.
Woo! Nice on Mitchell. Come on, push through that. Good one, buddy. So that's a bloody hell. Everyone's had a pretty good exchange right there. Everyone's had a pretty nice first wave. Here we got Mark McCarthy. We're going for his second
Deep.
one. That is a
Deep.
nice wave as well.
Nice deep barrel riding skills right there from Mark McCarthy. He's clocking in some serious tube time
Yeah, he's
in this heat. All of these guys they know what's at stake. Only 2 of them will advance on. One of them will call it an event, and that's it.
That's right, that's right. I mean, these guys are all big names and they're all ripping. And here we got Mitch Rawlins driving down the section. Beautiful bottom turn, no drag. Oh, a little bit of drag right there. Going straight up to the section, busting a nice clean invert with kicking that fin out for a bit of extra rotation. Falling a good distance too.
Oh.
That was great. I mean, his hands probably would have come out. He probably would have headbutted his board, but he pushes through. And then we got Mark McCarthy, nice and deep,
Look at it.
squaring up
Wide
nice.
open.
That's why it's called the box, ladies and gentlemen. And he pushes over the shockwave and comes out with a spit. Both those waves are good scoring waves. Mitchell has only had 1 wave so far, and the other 2 guys have had 2 and 3 apiece. Jeff is on 3, but they both had 2 good scoring waves. So right now, I dare say Jeff would be in the lead, Mark McCarthy, and then Mitch Rawlins in third. But the scores haven't actually come through to confirm that. So it's pretty exciting to see what kind of scores are going to be going down for those different moves, because we do have a wide variety of moves right there.
Look at that thing just coming in and just draining.
Oh, so beautiful.
Any other day, there'd be 4 or 5 guys on that wave, no doubt.
No, we're talking about 50 guys. Here we got Red, Jeff Hubbard paddling, probably looking for a nice air section, and that's the reason why he's taking off there.
Nice.
Nice pit. Oh, nice. A bit short, but nice still. It won't be when he's top 2, that's for sure, but it's still nice. A lot of guys want to go out there and just keep active, like Mitch Rawlins taking off here. He's going for his second wave. Good drive through it. Nice little roll. Kind of got stuck back there in the lip, but yeah. You get some guys who can be patient all the time. And they can wait the whole heat to get a score. I typically don't want to do that. I want to keep busy like these guys are doing, catch a lot of waves and kind of build your two scoring waves up. And you do that by like your first wave getting something, and then the next wave going a little bit harder and harder and harder and building and building. And that's what we're seeing from Jeff here. He's probably thinking good barrel to good flip or something like that, getting air over the shock wave and spat out. It's a really nice wave. If you had had an air section coming out, I dare say that would have been one of the highest scoring waves of the heat. And then we got Mitch doing that drive. Look at that drive. He's just beautiful and effortless. And he tries to go back up to the lip, gets clipped by the lip, pushes back through, and still a nice little ride. But you saw that bottom turn. I mean, that's amazing. And that's kind of the reason why Mitch, he kind of is doing something totally unique with his wave riding at the moment, where he's trying to draw these different lines and stuff. Like what he did then, a lot of guys wouldn't go that far out into the flats and pull that hard from his shoulder. He's 29 years of age, current ranking 25th, which is kind of crazy because he rips. And he's from Australia. He spent a lot of time over here, had a lot of practice at box, lived over here for 2 to 3 years, and so this would have been his local for quite some time, knows full well how to ride it. But yeah, like again, going back to those bottom turns and stuff, like he's trying a good variety of different things, and it's really cool to see. Probably not appreciated by the general public as much as what it is by the elite riders, but it's cool to see.
Here we go, live action out the back. Mark
Booty.
McCarthy pulling in way deep and gets more tube time. Probably the most tube time anybody has got so far. Just every wave, he's deep. And look at this, out the back, Jeff Hubbard.
Jeff Hubbard pushing down, nice little square section. That's going to come over. Boo. That was beautiful, mate. Good push through.
He's pumped.
Nice claim. The guys are stoked. They're having a ball out there. And then we got Mitch Rawlins taking off on the outside. Look at this thing.
Oh, my.
Come on, Rocky. What do you got, boy?
Nice deep barrel. Comes out with the spin. Clean box. Squared off barrel.
And we see the guy on the cameraman on the ski that is claiming it for him.
Chris White was pumped on that as well. Yeah. He's driving Seamus Makeup, our water cameraman. Look at the paddle battle happening right now for priority, white and blue. It is Mark McCarthy, Mitch Rawlins. Look at Mitch Rawlins digging deep.
Oh, he's digging deep. He's a fit little guy with wharfy arms. Like he can go hard all day, I reckon. But Mitch Rawlins is one of those guys he kind of loves and hates the whole priority system, because I think he's been burnt by it before. But in this circumstance, he's going to be utilising that to his advantage and getting priority, which puts him instead for the next set wave, which will be probably a good scoring wave for him, which he needs right now.
The reflex reflay, here we go.
Yeah, the reflex reflay. We got Mark McCarthy. He's pushing through over the shockwave and then pushing out of that. He should have probably tried to roll out of that section because he didn't get that deep in the pit. You need to give him something a little bit more. Either it's a really deep pit or a really good move out. And so it would be a nice scoring wave. And then we got Jeff Hubbard pushing. That's a hard wave to ride. I mean, that was brilliantly done. Brilliant. See that? Disappearing twice in the one barrel. That's amazing. A nice little claim out. Hopefully we can get to see Chris White with his little claim in the foreground coming up. Yeah, so, I mean, this heat is anything but over. The guys are ripping. And here we got Mitchell Rawlins. Nice. See that thing breathing in before it spat?
Oh, my.
Beautiful pit. And then we got Chris White in the foreground giving a nice little claim. Watch it dance. Yeah. Look at that. That's beautiful, isn't it?
Woo, unbelievable. So we do have the slicksanddex.com water angle out there, and hopefully we can snag up a couple of those reflex replays. But look at this, Jeff Hubbard on a smaller one. And we were talking about new moves throughout the morning. Ben Player, mental. What was that?
So what he was trying to go for, it's a move that's eluded me for quite some time, but it definitely can be done. It's a loop, actually. It's where you go into it almost like a forward air rotation, and instead of flipping back out towards the beach, you actually flip back on yourself, and it's a complete loop where you don't lose that same line the whole way through the rotation, but you just got stuck right at the top of it looked like. But, man, it's a very complicated move to do, and one of those ones, like, it will kind of get done in the next couple of years. Like, but if he handled that, that's a 10-point ride right there, you know? You got to go for it. And he's in the lead. Like he's sitting quite comfortably right now, so he can afford to play around a little bit and try and build on that. You know.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome. This is the 2012 IBA Box Pro, brought to you by our friends Reflex Wetsuits, Freedom Fins, Bodyboard King, Slicks and Decks, Riptide, and our media partners YouTube and IINet. This is round number 3, 30-minute heats, 3-man heats. Top 2 advance on to round number 4, and third place, unfortunately, has to call it a contest.
Quits. You got to call it quits. It's a bit of a shame, but yeah, like the level of riding is so high in this heat right now. I've got a shocker of a next heat coming up. It's got Pierre and it's got Dave Winchester. Really good guys. Wish I just managed to nail some easy guys, but not really. There's no such thing right here, eh, Manny? Everyone's capable.
All right, Ben, check it out. Any last words? We do have Damian King on standby, ready to take over the hot seat, so the mic is yours.
Yeah, just want to say thanks to everyone out there, and Tobes, thanks for the support of this event and myself, and don't really think my beard looks too good on here, so I might have to trim it up later.
All right, Ben Player, thanks for hanging out,
man.
and
Cheers,
good luck in your heat. You
See you
have
guys.
Dave Winchester, PLC, coming up next. Ben Player, heat number 7, round number 3. We will see you shortly. Good
All
luck.
right, see you guys. Bye.
All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Damian King's going to swap out right now with Ben Player. Ben Player's coming up soon. Right now, heat number 4, out in the water of 8, round number 3, 3-man heats. Coming up, heat number 7, you're going to see Dave Winchester, Ben Player, PLC. That heat is stacked as well. So now coming in, Damian King, a.k.a. Kingy. He is your current drop knee world champion, and he's just getting settled in. Ben Player's helping him out, getting situated, getting the mic right in front of his mouth, ready to rock and roll. Kingy, how are you doing, brother?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. Yeah, it's good waves, good vibes, it's all happening. Yeah, pretty stoked actually.
All right, what I want to ask from you, which I pretty much ask from everybody, is one of two things. One, the conditions as you see it right now at the box.
Yeah, well, the wind's just come up from the north a little bit, and it's still good though, and it's. Oh, here we go.
There you go.
We're live there. Yeah, the wind's just coming up a little bit from the north, but it's still good. The winds are light still. I think they're going to increase a little bit, but still pits out there, and it's good.
All right. So, second question, equipment. A lot of the viewers watching are throwing out questions. What are the guys riding out here specifically for the box?
Most of them are riding the Damian King Turbo in a range of sizes and colours. But those who aren't riding that...
Specifically, cores, shapes, templates.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess probably a lot of guys... I don't know. I think that the Dow boards aren't as good as what they used to be, and a lot of people have gone on to Poly Pro boards now. So a lot of people that I know kind of ride Poly Pro boards. I know
For what reason?
I don't know, they just seem to have a bit more spring in it and just a bit more speed, and the memory's a little bit better. I think Dows are kind of not as fast as a Poly Pro board. But some people like, when I say Dow, I mean PE, but some people like the feel of PE because they're a little bit, some people think they're better for surfing heavy waves. As you see Hub taking off on this, he's riding a Poly Pro bat tail. You just see how much speed he's getting, and you get, oh.
Oh, hubby's out there. He's currently, I believe, in third place out in this heat, but it looks like he's just having fun. I mean, if there's any waves to try out new moves, this could be it.
Yeah,
Box
as
Pro,
you get the
box has that end section.
Yeah, okay, so hubby's obviously looking he's been practicing this somewhere, but he's just lining it up, looking for the section. He's probably done a million ARSs, and he just feels like doing something different. He hits it, but I don't know about that. But maybe he just needed a bit more air. I think that if he got a bit more air, that would have been probably pretty good. But I guess whenever you're trying something new, it's either going to work for you, it's not. But I think he kind of come a bit unstuck on that one.
All right, give us the lowdown. Currently out in the water, 16 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in this heat.
Yeah, the South African's taking the lead. He's got an 8.8 and a 8.63 with a total score of 17.43. Coming in second is Mitch Rawlins from Australia. In blue, he's got an 8.18 plus a 7.45, giving him a total of 15.63. So Mitch needs a 9.25 to take first. In third, we've got Jeff Hubbard. So Jeff would be scratching right now. He looks like he's in last priority as well. Jeff has a total of 7.5 and a 7.2. Well, yeah, his two scores are a 7.5 and a 7.25, giving him a 14.75. So Jeff needs a 9.93 to be first and an 8.14 to be second. So I think that he's he wouldn't be going for first. He'd be basically trying to get that 8.14. And I guess if anyone can get it, it's Jeff. And there's been a million heats we've seen where people have scratched him off the draw for the next heat, and in the last 30 seconds he comes out and gets himself a 9.5. He seems to pull the rabbit out of the hat too many times to write him off. So you basically got to. It's a good heat. It's good to see Jeff in this position because it's going to bring the best out in him. But the only thing is they don't know what the scores are out there, and that's a pretty big problem. Here's you see Hub going for this one. He's going to obviously he'll go for every single wave. Big flip.
Oh.
It was all right. It's not going to give him the score he needs. I don't know. He'll probably get a 6 or something like that. But he needs a high score. These other two guys have dominated with their wave selection, and that's just so important out here. Is if you're on the bombs, you're getting the scores, and I think Hub's just not in the rhythm at the moment. And and for him, this is a pretty big world title campaign too because he's leading the ladder from Pipeline. So he'll be pretty gutted if he doesn't get through this heat.
We've had about 3 weeks, over 3 weeks between Pipe and here, the box. What have you been up to?
I guess I've just been getting ready for the trials. I got knocked out last year, and I knew I'd be surfing gas, and I've just been at home surfing at Breakwall and just practicing. And
check this out. We do have time, and we do have the winner of the last heat for the Bodyboard King interview with Shaggy. Shaggy, where you at?
Hey guys, I'm down here with Louis Finnegan for the Bodyboard King's post-heat interview. Louis, congratulations. It looks amazing out there. How much fun were you having?
Yeah, cheers Shaggy. It's pretty sick. The wind's kind of coming now, but there's still good ones out there and a few bowls and stuff.
Now, they got a little replay queued of your epic barrel. You've got a huge spit out and a roll. Talk us through that. What do you think when you took off on the peak?
Oh yeah, I knew that it was going to be a pretty good one to start. I was just getting a little pit that was running for a while, and then in the last few heats I could see the people that were getting through were rolling out of him, so I thought I might as well try it, and then yeah, just landed it.
Just got the lip in your crosshairs, and next thing you're out on the shoulder.
Yeah, pretty stoked.
Yeah. Well, now you're into the next round, non-elimination round. Can we expect you to be going big?
Yeah, I guess if I get good ones I'll just try to do big moves because I'm not going to get eliminated, so yeah.
Big reward, big move, big reward. Anyway, congratulations. A little shout out to your friends back in Mandurah who are watching, or maybe bunking school to watch at home.
Yeah, cheers. I guess a shout out to Lisa and Nathan because they texted me earlier on to say well done, so yeah. Hey guys, and my mum and dad are here, so I don't really need to give a shout out to them.
Well, congratulations, and back to you guys.
Awesome. Another cool little interview with Shaggy, brought to you by bodyboardking.com. So, Louis Finnegan, young.
New kid on the block.
New kid on the block and ready to rock and roll.
Throwing a few spanner in the works of, the 2012 IBA Tour competitors, knocking a few guys out that would wish they were in there and getting the points, but, that's what it's about. Just getting some fresh talent in there too, and Louis, he's a cool dude. I surfed with him in the trials, and he's a hard competitor. He'll definitely be a force to be reckoned with from Australia in the future. As you see, Mitch Rawlins, nice bottom man turn behind the peak,
barely gets under that lip right there.
That was nice. Yeah, Mitch took off pretty deep on that. You can't really tell from this angle, but there's two spots and where people are taking off. As you see this. Mark McCarthy just taking off, dropping in.
Oh, my. Is that going to stay open for Mark? And he comes out right before Mr. Lippy. He's pumped right there for a deep, big, wide open barrel. Mark McCarthy, the South African, is pumped.
I think Jeff's going to he's boxed into a corner right now. And he's,
yes.
How much time has he got left?
He has 11 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in this heat. Heat number 4 of 8, round number 3. Take another look. Reflex
Mitch behind the peak. Nice bottom end turn, landing right into it, just sitting in the flat part of the section, coming over that step, lifting the nose up as he just gets spat into the channel and just drops down to the bottom of the wave just so he doesn't get sucked over. That was pretty comprehensive commentary, wasn't it?
Very. Not done
as you
yet.
See Mark McCarthy dropping in. Just kind of a little bit further on the shoulder of the wave, but nice line as he sits in the bottom of the trough. The chandelier's over him, pulls high as it spits him out into the channel. A lot bigger wave, so probably he'll get a higher score and probably potentially even deeper. Just going for the extra 0.5 there with throwing the claim up.
He's pretty pumped on that one. So we're going to wait for the scores to drop for the back-to-back wave exchange between Mitch Rawlins and Mark McCarthy. Jeff Hubbard, now, what does he have to do? He has the most waves in the heat, but that doesn't matter. It's about the top 2 waves. The top 2 waves will be scored, and right now he has 2 solid
See
waves.
Jeff dropping in off the ledge. Nice bottom man turn, actually. Yeah, he's not going to get the score he needs on that, but that was awesome anyway. But
Unreal.
yeah, he might increase his 2 scores. He's got a 7. He's got a 6 point. His 2 highest scores are a 7.5 and a 7.25. Maybe he might, get a 7.5 on this. Here we go. We've got Mitch taking off again, nice and deep, getting spat into the channel. I don't think that'll increase any of his 2 highest scores, which is an 8.18 and a 7.45. So I don't know, if I was in Jeff's position, I'd just sit and wait for a bomb now. And
he's got 10 minutes, 20 seconds remaining, and that's pretty much what he has
McCarthy,
to do.
geez, the waves are starting to pump. Maybe this swell's starting to kick in too.
The wind has a little bit of texture on it right now, but it's still no match for the heave of the wave hitting that shallow reef and creating these wide open barrels and still maintaining that little end bowl section for the maneuvers.
Yeah.
Questions are always coming in through our IBA Facebook page, and I'm going to hit you with a couple specifically for you. So another look at Jeff Hubbard on the reflex replay.
Yeah, he nearly got sucked over the falls then, but just pulled in nice and deep. He's got a good bottom end turn on him, Jeff. Nice reverse off the end. I'm not sure. And then we've got Mitch again coming in behind the peak. Little tiny chandelier, just ducks under that.
Wow, look how wide open that barrel just
waves,
stays open.
Hey, this is definitely better waves than we had last year for the box contest, and
just cleaner.
It's just good to be out there in good waves. Like I think, even in my heat, I got a wave that I didn't make, and I didn't really care that much because it was just such a good wave. Yeah. And I think when it gets to a certain level, the waves you don't sure you want to make the heat, but if you're having fun and you're getting barreled off your head, you can't complain too much.
Exactly. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The current status: 8 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Heat number 16, round number 3, and letting that one go by. And you can see it's starting to chandelier, starting to crumble inside of the barrel. It's still barreling. So, Kingy, question. What do you think about the new moves that are coming out? Specifically, we're talking about the gainer flip or the angry dragon or what other people are calling. What do you think of these new moves, specifically that one?
I don't know. I think they're pretty cool, if they look good. But you just don't want to see guys just trying all these new moves that are kind of a bit ugly if they're not done well. But I did see that the Tanner kid do that move in that contest, and that looked really functional, looked pretty good. But I don't know, you just want it to you don't want people to get too into it and start throwing anything anywhere and I think at the end of the day, it's good to have new moves, but I think if anything's missing in the sport at the moment, I think it's, I don't know, having something that having people riding waves and making the most of the waves and just being in touch with the waves. If you go back, say, 15 years ago and you have a look at a lot of the old videos of Matt Riley and Tully Beaver and, even Mike Stewart and all these old school riders, they weren't necessarily, it was just the lines and the moves they were doing on the wave. That's, for me, I like seeing that kind of stuff. A bit like how Andrew Lester surfs, he surfs like that.
It's obvious when you go from you skip the foundations of the solid bottom turn, nice clean lines, and you try to do these new moves without having that foundation. It's going to be obvious and it's going to look ugly. So
you see guys, young guys and stuff, or little kids and that, and they're trying to do ARSs before they actually know how to draw a proper bottom hand turn in a line and stuff. And I think that's a bit of a shame because it's good to learn the fundamentals, which is I think speed and good lines, and then work on your big moves coming off that and not getting it the other way around. So I guess the new moves are awesome and they're good and that needs to happen. But it's just a matter of not losing sight of what is important too. And it's you're seeing the lines that Mitch draws out here in this heat and stuff, and it's just strength and power in the lines and a lot of speed, and then that makes that new move look that much better. So I guess it's a matter of mixing the two together and just having a good balance.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Kingy with his take on the new moves, and definitely we're going to see him in events, but they're going to be a solid maneuver because the guys that are doing it have that foundation. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Round 3, Heat 16, currently out in the water. give us the lowdown as we come back from this cool frame by frame. This is pretty much just letting you know there is an incredible 26-minute 2011 box documentary that is hosted on iNet's website, Free Zone, and you can get to it by going to the IBAWorldTour.com.
Yeah, and you have a look at the production level of it. Like the guys who are doing these, videos, and they're the best guys like in the world making the videos. So like, you're getting a lot of people are out there making these videos, and you see a lot of stuff getting on the net, and a lot of it just doesn't have the quality that this has. Like this is the way it's edited, the way it's filmed, the way it's put together. Like people like the guys from Snakes and Ladder, they've done such a good job on it. And I'm not sure if people out there understand kind of or appreciate how good the quality is and the way it's put together and the music and the transitions and, the way the whole thing moves. But if you want the pinnacle of what's being done from a production point of view in the sport right now, like, you can't beat that stuff. So I don't know, that's what I there's a lot of stuff out there, and it's kind of like you get lost in it a lot of the time. But I remember when we had a thing down there last year. I think they had something on the pipe contest last year, and they had a cinema, and I was absolutely blown away by it. It was like it's like watching a National Geographic thing or something like that, but on bodyboarding. So, if you want something pretty cool to watch, and like if you want to see the pinnacle of the production crew ticking the boxes and dotting the I's, then I don't know, I'd get into that. It's pretty cool to see. Except I got knocked out first heat, so maybe look at something else.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, 4 minutes, 20 seconds remaining. Round number 3, heat 16. Currently in the water, leading the charge, the South African Mark McCarthy with 2 9s on his scorecard. And look how, guaranteed from the beginning, this was going to be a high-scoring heat, and it is. Mitch Rawlins with 2 big scores, and Jeff Hubbard. He has 2 solid 7-point rides, but that's not enough. He's still looking for an 8.14 ride for that second-place spot. Only 2 riders are advancing out of this round 3 3-man heat, and one person is going to be out.
Yeah, that's it. And it's looking like Jeff at this stage. He doesn't have a lot of time left in his heat. He needs an 8.14, which is pretty high score. Like he's not out. He's definitely not out. But like he doesn't have priority either. So it's going to be hard as we just see this set coming in. Riders for the next heat are getting in. Here we go. We've got a nice set coming in.
Oh, look at these. Probably some of the biggest waves of the heat
call,
rolling
Mark
in right
McCarthy.
now.
Good call. I actually usually get abuse yelled at you for when you don't go a wave like that, but it was a really good call, good wave knowledge. And I think that's Mark's biggest strength that he has as a competitor, his wave knowledge. He's always on the best waves. It's so hard to beat someone like that. And I don't know, I guess that's kind of something that I looked at this year with my own surfing and stuff, is like my wave knowledge has been just pathetic in the last 12 months. So I remember even in that last gas contest, I just wanted to just focus on, going good waves and being conscious of what I was taking off on, because you get so amped and you listen to a bit of music and you paddle out there and you're so, you're just pumped. So you don't really think about it, and half of it's having talent, but the other half, well, even more so, half of it is actually getting the good waves. And if you're on the good waves, then it makes life a lot easier. And that was kind of my strategy with that like gas trials comp, and it's just so much easier, eh? And that's what Mark's doing right now, and Mitch. And I think Jeff, I don't know, maybe Jeff had a different strategy, but maybe waiting for the bombs would have been a little bit better one. Because you're also stopping those other guys from getting those waves. Like I went at one this morning and I knew I wasn't going to make it, but I knew that if I went it, I'd stop the other guys from getting probably a 9.
Yep.
As you see, Mitch getting frustrated as hell out there. Obviously the priority isn't working. And they don't know who's got priority. Look at him, a spoiled little brat splashing the water.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're winding down this heat with just minutes remaining. Right now, Mark McCarthy leading the charge, Mitch Rawlins in second, and Jeff Hubbard in the red jersey in third. This could be a big upset as far as the world title race is concerned. Even though this is the second event, there are some big points up for grabs. And
emotions are flying, as you can see him. Mitch is obviously losing it too. He probably doesn't know. Like, he wouldn't know if he's in first or third. So he's just thinking, what's the priority at the moment? Jeff probably knows that he's boxed into a corner too. Mark looks pretty relaxed, as he should be. But, it's just a bit confusing. And I guess that's the only downside of having a contest at the box. Oh, Hub, throwing a bit of tail.
That's pretty much throwing in the white towel right there, saying, you know what, I know I didn't pull it off, so that was it. Jeff Hubbard may have just
been eliminated.
been eliminated. We're going to give you the final results shortly, but 1 minute remaining out in the water. Looks like there's a little paddling going on. Actually, that's the next heat, getting in position. We do have a few more seconds in that heat. Mark McCarthy and Mitch Rawlins looks like they will be heading into the next heat. So, wow, Jeff Hubbard getting knocked out in round number 3.
That's it.